Hello, I'm Joan Ruane, and this is step 2 on how to open, spin, and close the Indian Charkha. And so we are on the step to learn how to actually spin cotton on it. And since we already know how to set it up, I just want to mention though that I have put a lead on here on my spindle, and it's just a thread, it's double thread, so that is what I'm going to connect my yarn to. So I bring my lead down to the point, and I'm going to take a small piece of cotton sliver. This is easy to spin sliver, and if you can see, there is a lot of crimp left in it. That is done specially for hand spinning, because if it was machine spinning, they would take all the crimp out of it. So I would have easy to spin cotton, and you'll notice that it will connect right onto the lead very easily. There it connects on, and I'm going to draft a little bit, put some twist in it. Notice first off, I'm holding the lint, or the sliver, I should say, very lightly in my hand, so that when I draft, I'm watching right here at the drafting area, and I'm going to draft a little until it feels weak, and I'm going to do a quarter of a turn on the wheel. I'm going to draft a little more and quarter of a turn. I'm going to draft a little more and quarter of a turn and draft. Now I'm going to pinch right here, and I'm going to give it lots of twist to make it into a nice strong thread. If you'll notice, I have it at a 45-degree angle. If it's out here, it will not spin and twist, so it must be at this angle. Now, to wind it back onto the spindle, I need to move the wheel counterclockwise just enough to get the lead straight, and then I wind it on. I'm going to wind it on as a cone pot, so it will be more in the back and then come down in the shape so that it is very similar to this. That way it's easy for me to take it off from the end. Now, we have it here. It's about an inch, inch and a half of thread. I'm holding it lightly. I'm going to draft back. Draft back. Oh, I have a slub there, but don't worry about it. I'm going to do a quarter of a turn, and I'm going to draft back, quarter of a turn, draft back. Now, I'm going to pinch right in front of my fiber, but I'm going to pinch onto the thread here. And I'm going to draft back, pull back, and look what happens to that slub. I'm going to do a quarter of a turn, pull some more, quarter of a turn, pull a little more. Now the thread is nice and straight and even, so I'm going to put lots of twist in it. I'll put about 4 turns of the wheel. Now I'm going to wind it onto the bobbin, and I'm going to back it off and come forward. And I'm going to do most of it up close to the silver end, come out to the point, leaving that inch or 2 inches. First thing I'm going to do is draft, holding it lightly, draft, quarter of a turn, draft, quarter of a turn, draft, quarter of a turn, draft. Now I want to pull that one slub out, so I'm just pull, and it won't all come out, so that means there's too much twist in here. So I'm going to make this twist run up into my hand, pinch, and then draft a little bit more, and out comes the slub. A little bit left in there, so if I want to, I can take and roll it. Just roll it clockwise, and it will roll right in. Look how perfect that looks. Now I'm going to go counterclockwise and wind it back on. Doing drafting and a quarter of a turn is what you should do most of the time, and to begin with. Then when you get confident and you want to, you can draft and turn at the same time. Pinch and pull out. But start with your quarter of a turn. Make sure that it's at a 45-degree angle. Then you're going to back it off, wind it on. And some people are going to say, what do you want to do with that yarn? Well, this blouse is an example of it. You just, as all this weft is single threads, ideal for that, or something like the scarf, using single threads for your weft. It makes a beautiful garment, lightweight, and I'm sure you're going to love it. For more information about cotton, please go to my website, www.cottonspinning.com. Thank you and have a good day.